All right, guys, how's everybody doing today? Good. Good, good. As most of you know, I'm Kevin. This is Carolina.
Hello.
We're the owners of Hit Fitness Warehouse in Fort Lauderdale, just in case you didn't know. Come here today to try to give you guys some tips to help you reach some of your fitness and nutrition and health goals. So you're going to have questions. If you do have short questions, you can ask us, raise your hand. Otherwise, we're going to have a good 10 to 15 minute Q&A afterwards to make sure we answer any questions that you guys have, and I'm sure you're going to have questions.
We left some packets out on the tables for everybody to grab that you can take with you. Kind of generalizes everything that we'll be going through, so you can actually take it home and you can review it and refer back to it. Also, we put out some free classes for you guys. If you guys are ever in downtown Fort Lauderdale and like to pop in for a free class, you're more than welcome to. We'd love to have you.
Yep. Before we get started, I hear you guys are doing the water challenge, right? How are we doing with it so far?
Good.
Good? Yeah?
Everybody sees the difference, the importance of water? Good. Good.
That's the first and most important thing that you can possibly do before you even eat anything. Water, hands down, most important thing you can do. So that's a good little challenge you guys got going. I like it.
All right, so our presentation is called Health and Wellness 101. Again, we're just going to help you develop proper fitness foundation and try to educate you guys on some tips that we can do, help you with your fitness and health. Just real quick, keep in mind the seminar is intended for informational, educational purposes only. Me and Kevin are not doctors, so we cannot prescribe anything. So make sure you always get the consent of a doctor if you decide to begin with any fitness program or incorporate any of the exercises or any of the products that we're going to mention in the presentation.
All right, reasons to take action. Most of us know why we exercise and why we try to watch what we eat. But we're going to hit on a little bit more depth here, so it makes a little bit more sense and we understand. Good fitness program is vital to successful weight management and good health. Fitness program incorporates sound nutritional practices, physical activity, and behavioral changes. Most important right there. Resolution for a healthier you can be made at any time. It's never too late to do it. Don't wait till after the weekend and say, I'm going to start Monday. Like we've all been there and done that. Start now, today. You guys got great food in front of you. You got the water that you need in front of you. Start right now. Some of the benefits of it. Lowering of blood pressure. Strengthening of the bones and muscles, preventing osteoporosis. Lowering your lowering your risk for type 2 diabetes. Big problem we have here in the United States. Increasing energy. Those of you who've been coming to the Tuesday classes, and we've had a couple doubles, I'm sure you see that. Well, maybe not after the class. You probably feel pretty wiped out, but the next following days. Decreasing medical costs. Improve self-esteem and mood. And then, best of all, your overall appearance. You want to look good and get that beach body.
All right, incorporating fitness daily. I know it seems difficult to try to incorporate fitness every single day, and it can sometimes be a very daunting task. And usually it's at the bottom of the list of things to do. But it is very important for yourself to invest in yourself, to make time to find fitness anywhere you can find it. Whether it's brisk walking, gardening on the yard, moderate to heavy housework, dancing around the house, and taking the dog for a walk. Our pets can be our best workout partners because they kind of force you to go out there and walk.
And they don't talk back either.
And they don't talk back. So some examples of some more vigorous exercise that you can incorporate, stuff like hiking, jogging, and sprinting, bicycling, rowing, swimming, stair climbing. You can take classes at a local gym, such as boot camp classes, cross training, or any of the high-intensity interval training, which if you guys have Comp Tuesdays with Kevin, you've had a nice experience of some high-intensity interval training. And for those of you that haven't, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. All right, how do we get started? First thing we do is we always check with the family physician first. Make sure you're cleared to do that. When you find out it's the right time, begin with a 5 to 10 minute period of light exercise or brisk walk. Warm-up. Those of you that, again, join the Tuesday classes, you know we always start with our warm-up. Most important thing, get the core temperature raised, heart rate going a little bit, reduces your risk of injury. Good goal for many people is to work up to exercise 5 times a week. Consistency. 30 to 60 minutes at a time. That's the goal. You don't always have to go for 30 to 60 minutes at a time. If you have 10 minutes and you have little blocks, you can do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, maybe 10 minutes again at night before you eat dinner. You can split them up throughout the day. By the end of the day, you got your 30 to 40 minutes worth of work. Perfect.
And you're still getting the same benefits from it. So you can always find time.
Sneaking exercise into your daily routine. We all have excuses. Every single one of us have come up with an excuse as to why we're not going to work out today. We just don't have enough time. There are ways to sneak it in. Now, I understand work gets in our way, but you got ways to sneak it in. Taking the stairs, for instance, instead of the elevator. You're at Publix, park upstairs, take the stairs, go downstairs instead of the elevator. Nice set of stairs right out here. Use those stairs. Next thing we know, next week we're going to have people running up and down there for their exercise. Doing some yoga stretches before dinner time or bedtime, or when you wake up first thing in the morning. Bike to and from the grocery store, if it's close enough, of course. Do some housework at a brisk pace, as Carolina was saying before. Working in your yard or garden. Obviously, if it's crazy hot out like it is during the summer, you don't want to do that for too long. If you do, you want to make sure you keep hydrated. But if you have that opportunity, take advantage of it. Time yourself. You know, if you're going to do the lawn, time yourself. Try to get it done as fast as possible every time. You will burn more calories every time. Set a goal when you do that. That can count towards your exercise. And again, our favorite, walking the dog or running the dog before or after breakfast, any time of the day. All right, great workout partners.
All right, so there are two types of exercises, aerobic exercise and anaerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise uses fat with the help of oxygen, carbohydrates to provide a steady supply of energy. Generally, with this type of exercise, you can go for a longer period of time because you're not asking your muscles to produce a large amount of force. Things such as running, long-distance cycling, walking, and swimming would be considered aerobic exercise. Anaerobic exercises require a huge amount of energy that usually breaks down carbohydrates into energy, allowing your nervous system and muscles to provide a large amount of force. So they're requiring your muscles to produce a lot of power. Because of this, you're not going to go a long time with anaerobic exercises. Usually up to max 3 minutes is what you can sustain. Some of the examples for this would be weightlifting, box jumps, med ball throws, burpees. I'm sure everybody here has had experience with burpees, kettlebell swings.
You guys love burpees.
So can you imagine doing burpees for 30 plus minutes? No, it's not going to happen. It's a large amount of force that you're requiring your body to produce. So you can only do it for short bursts of time, 30 seconds up to 3 minutes at max.
You have someone asking what's a burpee.
Would you like to demonstrate for us? As you're eating. See, I even love them too.
This is your chance. Make him do all the work.
So you go, first off, stand up tall, hands down to the floor, kick the feet out, down into a push-up, kick the feet back in, up with a jump and the hands over the head. Now, that's not for all of us necessarily. So if we're beginners and we start off with burpees, we're going to... Your way. Oh, man. You were kicking butt the other day. You do good. You do good. She works hard. All right, so that is a harder version of doing it. And we actually did it with weights the other day, too. 15, 20-pound dumbbells in there. That was a lot tougher. But if you're just a beginner and getting started with this, you can literally hands down to the floor. Make sure everybody can see. Hands down to the floor. You can step back. All right. You can add the push-up if you want to from the knees, or you don't necessarily have to add the push-up. And then you walk back in, hands up over the head, no jump. So, and up. That's it. That's a rep. Would you like me to do more?
Would you like them to be timed?
30 seconds. Go.
Okay, so what is the best exercise to do then? If you have aerobic and anaerobic, which route are you going to go? Honestly, it's which one you're going to do the most and be consistent with it.
Regular basis. Again, gets back to consistency. Whatever you can do on that consistent pace, that's what you want to go for. For beginners, just start walking. That is considered one of the best. Very, very low impact, as opposed to running or jumping. And we all can do it for the most part. I actually hear about a lot of people walking. Ken, I know you're a big walker during lunchtime. Who's your walking partner again?
Anaerobic.
There you go, there you go. So, take your lunch break, 15, 20-minute walk, time yourself, see, every time you go, try to cover a little bit more distance. Or, If you know one of the loops around here is a mile or 2 miles long, time yourself on it every time. Try to get it done a little bit quicker every single time you do it. Challenge yourself. Setting goals like that is the best way to do it. You'll look forward to it that way. When you do get the walking down pat and you need to speed it up, you can add in little intervals of jogging or a little bit maybe sprinting pace if you're ready for it. It makes it a little bit tougher. Also adding in body weight exercises. Say we do a half a mile walk or a half a mile jog. Drop down to the ground, we do our push-ups. Not necessarily pull-ups unless you have a pull-up bar, but we do some push-ups, maybe some air squats in place, 10 push-ups, 10 air squats, and continue the walk or the jog. So just adding in body weight strength movements, great way to up the intensity level and burn more calories, build a little bit more lean muscle mass.
And that's a great example of incorporating both anaerobic and aerobic exercises together. So you're going for a period of time, 10-minute walk, you're stopping every 10 minutes and you're doing 30 seconds worth of air squats, and then you're continuing on. So for ladies, I know this is the best way to try to incorporate exercise because it's the best way to target our hormonal fat deposits. High intensity training by far is the best way to target that.
Stepping it up. So, the last couple weeks in class, we've been talking about high-intensity training and the benefits of high-intensity training. You could either just do your regular, say, cardio work on the treadmill, 20, 30, 40 minutes, same pace all the way through. Great, it's good to do that. Don't get me wrong, good to do that. You burn your calories, burn your fat, but it gets a little boring after a while sometimes if it's constantly the same old thing, same old routine. You want to switch it up. High-intensity training. Little bursts of energy. We've been talking about when you do those little bursts of energy, your body is going to continue to burn more calories and more body fat for an additional 36 hours after your workout. So your metabolism is spiked and raised through the roof for another day and a half after you do your high-intensity training work. As opposed to just regular jogging or regular walking cardio, your metabolism stays raised up for about an hour after your workout.
So you may burn, a good example is you may burn 300 to 400 calories, let's say, walking on the treadmill. And during that, you'll have another hour of burning. Let's say you burn another 1,500 calories, so your total workout is anywhere between 400 and 500 calories total burned. But after that, the afterburn stops. With this, with the high-intensity training, you may only burn 120 calories in that short burst, but you're burning consistently higher calories for the next 36 hours. So by the end of 36 hours, you would have burned maybe
like 2,000 or 3,000
exactly,
calories.
2,000 or 3,000 calories versus just that additional 50 to 100 calories right after that hour.
There have been plenty of tests done by scientists, researchers. We've done tests and researching ourselves over at the gym. We found that in a half an hour workout, just as you guys normally do on Tuesday, 30 minutes. Not very long, but you guys go hard for those 30 minutes. When we first started, that 30 minutes, more of a cardio workout, you will burn about 350 to 400 calories, okay? Now, by throwing in that high-intensity training for that 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you don't even go a full 30 minutes, about 20 minutes, you'll burn that 300 calories during that 20 minutes, but that next day and a half, when the person was wearing that heart monitor for that next day and a half, we saw 2,700 calories additional burned just from the high-intensity training. So you either got 300 or 400 calories or you have 2,700 calories. Kind of a no-brainer there. And you can get it done in less than half the amount of time. So if we're cut short for time, high-intensity training is a great way to add a little supplemental routine to your workout and burn those extra calories. Any questions on that? Or? Okay. Now, a couple ways to do it. If you're doing workouts on your own. So, well, first off, as we see, 15 minutes, working up to 2 to 3 times a week. You don't want to do more than that. I should have hit on that first. 15 to 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. Why do we only have this 15 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week? Because it is high-intensity training. There will be impact. There's going to be a little bit of impact on the body. You want to prevent injury. You don't want to cause injury. So you don't want to be doing HIIT work for a matter of an hour or 2 hours because the body's just going to break down, wear and tear. All right? So keep it short and quick. Little things like adding 15, 20-second bursts. All out, every little bit of energy you have. Toss it into your workout at the end of your set. 15, 20 seconds worth of burpees. Get as many reps as you can get in. Incorporating Tabata training. Very simple. One of the best methods out there. 20 seconds worth of work, 10 seconds worth of rest. Do that 8 times. That takes you 4 minutes. A good example of that would be, say I'm doing air squats. I time myself, 20 seconds, air squats. As many reps as I can get. As soon as that 20 seconds is up, I get 10 seconds rest. When that 10 seconds rest is over, back into another set of air squats, 20 seconds. And then 10 seconds rest. I do that 8 times. That takes 4 minutes. 4 minutes. They found by doing that for 4 minutes, you'll get more benefit cardiovascular-wise and burning calories and burning fat-wise. In 4 minutes, you'll get more benefit out of that than you will for 3 hours worth of just regular pace cardio work. 4 minutes versus 3 hours. All right, so that's a great one to add right there. Anybody can do it at any time of the day. Incorporating a finisher into your workout as well. At the end of your workout, throwing a little something in, 2 minutes, as many burpees as you can do. Good example of that. And incorporating bursts of cardiovascular work after every strength set, such as jump rope, burpees, box jumps, sprints, etc. Do some bicep curls, do some overhead tricep extensions, some squats, and then add a minute worth of jump rope in there. All right, to finish up the circuit. Take a little bit of rest, do it again. Good example of combining your aerobic and anaerobic work.
Anybody have any questions on this? Everybody good? All right, so 4 most important elements to incorporating HIIT. Recovery time between the exercise sequences is very important. Because remember, you're producing a lot of force and you're asking your muscles to produce a lot of power in a short amount of time. So you have to actually take rest periods in between. Like Tabata is one form, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. But you can do a ratio where it's equal rest to equal time. So let's say you did 30 seconds, you can take 30 seconds rest, 30-second interval, 30-second rest. So you can kind of mix it up that way as well. Tabata is a specific form where it's always 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. But you can incorporate your rest how you want based on your fitness level. The length of each sequence, also in the combination of exercises. You can do just one exercise like air squats for those 4 minutes, or you can switch it up. Air squats the first 20 seconds, jumping jacks the second 20 seconds, push-ups the third 20 seconds. So you can mix all that up as well. And as you get in better condition, you can shorten your rest period. Let's say your ratio was 30 seconds and a minute rest, because you need that full minute to recover until your next 30-second burst. As you get in better condition, you may drop it to 45 seconds rest. Then you're equal, 30-30. Now you're taking less rest. Now you're doing 30 seconds worth of work, 15 seconds worth of rest. So as you condition yourself, you can adjust your rest intervals and you can adjust your work intervals. So it's really open to anything. You can really adjust it into any routine and into any lifestyle. Maintaining proper form is huge. Do not do any exercise unless you've mastered proper form. If you are not squatting correctly, then don't do high interval training with air squats for 4 minutes, because you'll be squatting wrong for 4 minute. So make sure that you have mastered the proper form first. It's always form first, then you can add intensity to that. High intensity training also requires a continuous fueling program before and after each session. Because you're expending so much energy, you got to make sure that you're fueling your body correctly with proper nutrition and also with proper hydration as well.
The other day. Good. You train hard. You train very, very hard. Got to make sure you fuel yourself before those
When I
workouts.
first started, the water would make me nauseous in between, but he would force me to drink it, so now...
Good, you get conditioned. You have to
She's
condition
gotten
your
very good
body.
with it, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
the water break, you know?
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's important. It's important to keep hydrated throughout.
Just like anything else, you have to condition it.
We were going to have you guys right there after that slide. We were going to have you guys get up out of your seats and do some of this Tabata training, but I see you just are finishing your meals. So I'll wait a few minutes. I'll let it digest.
All right, some office exercises. I know most of us spend most of our time working, unfortunately. We'd rather be spending time vacationing, but we spend our time working. So there's some things that you can do to incorporate exercise into your daily work day. Too much sitting and too little exercise is horrible for your health. Sitting is probably the worst thing you can do on a continuous basis. So unfortunately, that's what most of us have to do, is we have to sit in a chair in front of a computer for an extended amount of time every day. So you have to incorporate some breaks so that you break that up. walking to visit a coworker a few offices down, saying hello, bring them a bottle of water to make sure they're staying hydrated, walking back. So meeting up for a walk during lunch, taking a walk during lunch, getting up out of your desk and doing some air squats just out of your chair, or chair squats. Sit in your chair, stand up. Sit in your chair, stand up. Very easy.
Perfect.
Just sit and tap in your
That's
chair.
what it's there for, right?
10 seconds. So you want to make sure you're doing your best to set aside time for your physical activity, even at the workplace.
All right, some of the office exercises and ways to add that exercise to your daily routine. Start, let me know if I'm standing you guys well, I just realized that. Start with your commute. All right, if you're not too far away from work, walk, jog, bike. If you are close to work, park in the parking lot a little bit further away so you can
Far ones
walk
out
in.
there. How many of you are parked all the way in that last row? All right! That's awesome.
Hey, every little bit adds up. By the end of the day, you might get a couple miles worth of steps in there.
Yeah.
All right. If you ride the bus, get off a few blocks away. Get off a few blocks early and walk the rest of the way. If you drive to work, park at the far end, as we just hit on. Number 2, stand up and work. If you're sitting down for an hour, stand up. Time yourself with this. Stand up. Try to do work standing up for an hour. All right? Mix it up a little bit. Just by standing up, you're going to burn 2 or 3 times the amount of calories just from standing up. Plus, it's going to help your posture too, because we all have gotten this posture over time. Sitting at the desk, computer, we get a little lazy, get comfortable, shoulders start coming forward, chest tightens up, back starts hurting. Get that posture back, all right? Chest out, shoulders back, stand tall. Taking fitness breaks, as Caroline was just saying before, that is the most important. They've done thousands and thousands of studies. You work for an hour, take a good 10-minute break. Even if, whether you're working out or not working out, go walk around, clear your mind. Your mind can't focus for hours and hours upon hours straight through, all right? So if you focus for a good hour, take a good 10-minute maybe break, walk around or do some chair squats or whatnot. Come back, your mind's going to be refreshed. You'll be able to focus, get more work done. Many studies have been done on that, and it works.
I know some people also, we've become a society of texting and email, even if the person we're trying to text and email is right next door. So maybe getting up, actually walking over, giving your message, and walking back, even those little things like that throughout a day will make a huge difference. Bringing a fitness ball to work instead of sitting in a chair, like a traditional chair, sitting on a physio ball. It'll help with balance. It'll help burn extra calories throughout the day. It's going to help improve all your core strength. Does anyone have a physio ball or a stability ball as a chair? Just all right, good, excellent.
It's too little. I have to make sure I get the bigger one.
They have chair ones. They do have chair ones. They have those available in the chair.
Can you put more air into it? Will it take more
It's the
air?
diameter is
Yeah,
small.
okay. Gotcha. That'll make a huge difference. Those little changes will make a huge difference. Keep fitness gear at work. You know, and anytime, let's say it's a slow day, a holiday, whatever it is, you get off early, you have the access to an awesome gym.
Yes, we do.
So have the
warm,
clothes
but-
ready, packed up, and
It works.
you know, go work out, get something in. Even something as little as resistance bands and body weight exercises is all you really need. Even keeping something like that in your drawer, like a resistance band, you can do in full work clothes and do step on the band, do some curls, some presses with a resistance band. Those are probably one of the best things you can keep around. And join forces. I know a lot of you have joined forces, coming to see Kevin every Tuesday. That'll help keep everybody accountable. You talk about it at lunchtime, you talk about it the next day, how sore am I? Oh my God, can you believe he's so mean? He makes us do burpees with weights. So mean. So it keeps everybody together, it keeps everyone to stick to the plan. Because you know if your friend was at training on Tuesday, you're calling them up after class. Where were you? So join forces is one of the best things to keep you accountable to your goals.
A good little example, another good little example of that. You got your partner, your teammate. After a month, say for 1 month, you and your partner want to combine forces, and your goal is to do 50 burpees a day combined between the two of you. Right there. Keep each other accountable. Right there. Have different teams. It's not actually a bad idea. I might have you guys do that.
Always brainstorming. All right, so nutrition is just as important as the exercise. You cannot have one or the other. You can work out every single day and bust your butt and still see minimal results unless you have your nutrition to back everything up. I always say, honestly, nutrition is 80% of your fitness goals. 20% making sure that you're staying committed to your exercise. Because if you're not fueling your body correctly, we are made of what we eat. So you're not going to see the results that you want to see. So you want to plan your meals in advance. I know this is tedious and it takes some time to do that, but after time it becomes a habit, and you'll learn to see that planning everything in advance will keep you from going and making a bad decision. If you have your lunches packed, you won't be as tempted when a coworker comes in and say, hey, let's go to Wendy's and grab something for lunch today, or wherever, even Subway, I don't know, wherever you guys grab lunch. So you want to make sure you plan ahead, because then you can say, no, you know what, I packed my lunch today, so I'm going to stay here. Know when and what you're going to eat, so that you have everything planned out, so that you're not making bad choices. Set up a schedule for your main meals and snacks. So I would say on a cell phone, on a watch, have your phone go off, or an alarm go off, or a watch go off to tell you, oh, it's time for me to eat breakfast. Oh, it's time for me to eat a snack next. Oh, it's time for me to eat my next snack. So you're constantly fueling yourself.
That's easy to forget about too.
Yes.
Time flies by throughout work. You know
Very
it's easy to forget to eat.
Even with the water challenge, just setting an alarm to remind yourself how far have I gotten in my water challenge today, just to kind of check yourself a little bit.
After a while, your body will be its own alarm. You'll know when you need to hydrate again every 15 minutes or so.
Correct, yeah. And you want to repeat each week with improvements. No one's going to be perfect when they first start out. So you don't want to be so hard on yourself, like, oh, I missed my 2 snacks today, forget it. I'm just going to start next month again. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You mess up, and you move on to tomorrow. Tomorrow you try to be even a little bit better. Remember those snacks. Get the whole family involved. It helps everybody, kids, husbands, wives. Get everybody involved. It'll be more fun and more likely that everybody's going to stay accountable to their goals. Toss out all the bad junk, so control your environment. Even if you have kids, it's not an excuse. You're saying that because you can't have cookies, they can have cookies? No, they can't have cookies either. So make sure that you're incorporating healthy snacks like fruits or healthier options for snacks for them to snack on. So go in and toss all the bad and replace with everything good, because then you'll open up that fridge and go, damn it, I threw that away. I guess I'll have to eat some watermelon or something. Stock up on fruits, vegetables, some raw nuts, seeds, and lean protein so that you have something quick and easy to snack on. Eat complex carbohydrates that contain sprouted grains, such as Ezekiel breads. I'm not sure if everybody knows what Ezekiel breads are. They're in the refrigerated section in the grocery store. Sweet potatoes, oatmeal, and quinoa. The great thing about all of these complex carbohydrates is they're naturally gluten-free. So as we know, more and more of us are becoming gluten sensitive. We may not be allergic to gluten, but becoming more and more gluten sensitive. Whether you're bloating, whether you're breaking out, whether you're having some gastrointestinal issues, those are all signs that you have some type of an allergic reaction to the gluten. Do your prep work and plan ahead, and learn easy and healthy recipes to cook at home. Minimize the time spent eating out. And watch the booze, of course.
That is true. Before I hit on this slide, as Caroline was talking about, nuts, seeds, fruit, vegetables. Tony, that, if you don't mind me asking, that shake that you had, all right? How much weight have you lost?
35 pounds.
35 pounds. 35 pounds. And you had a little secret with your shake, right? Do you mind sharing it with us?
It's a smoothie. I rotate the greens, either kale, spinach, or romaine. Carrots, cucumber, avocado, fennel,
Chia seeds.
avocado, banana, chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, and mixed berries.
Now that's committed right there. That's committed right there. I got to give him that. That's why staying committed and having that every day, you get all the nutrition you get from that one shake. Staying committed like that, that's why he's been able to dropped that 35 pounds. He's had more energy, feeling good. He's got that going on a consistent basis, and it works. That's some of the best superfoods in the world right there.
But exercise helps too. I mean, I walk, jog, or run every day for 30 minutes, and then attend Kevin's classes. So.
Yes.
You can do that 3 times a day on this one.
Well, when I first started, I did 2 meals. I replaced breakfast and I replaced lunch, and then I ate a lot of broiled fish and a lot of steamed vegetables for dinner. But my snacks were hard-boiled eggs, carrots, fennel, tuna fish out of a can, those type of things. Like I just kind of stay away from all the carbs.
That's great. That's great. And you're look.
Now I'm actually down to just 1 shake a day, and I use that for breakfast.
That's awesome. And you're in South Florida. You get the best fish around here. You know, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Thank you. All right. So you need to support some of your fitness goals. Overeating. It's America's pastime. If you get a meal put in front of you and it looks like a lot, guess what? It probably is too much. All right? So your best bet is to cut your restaurant orders in half. Eat half of it right there in front of you. Take the second half to go. You got another meal right there. There's no need for us to eat all of it in one sitting. I know it probably tastes delicious and it looks even better, but you can split it up into 2 meals. We don't need to eat all that in one sitting because then it puts you into a coma afterwards. And you want to take
And you know we all feel guilty. You're like, oh, why did I eat that whole plate?
oh, I just messed up. I might as well just have that ice cream too. So, now we've all done it. Cut it in half. Cut it in half. And you got 2 meals there then. Perfect. And you save a few bucks. Balance out your calories. This is very, very important. All right? Carbohydrates are not the enemy. Unless your doctor says otherwise, you know, unless you have a specific condition that might make you sensitive to carbs, it is not our enemy. They have been around for thousands and thousands, millions of years, since the Earth started. And we have been eating carbohydrates from day one. All right? Those that say carbohydrates are no good for the body, you just got to be smart about the carbohydrates you take. No refined sugars. All right, that's what we want to stay away from. Carbohydrates such as your fruits, natural sugars, those are carbs. Vegetables, those are carbs. Those are good, healthy carbs. Just be smart about the type of carbs that you do. Sprouted grains, as Tony puts in his shake, as Caroline was hitting on before with the Ezekiel breads, those are carbs. You can eat it. Eat them a little bit earlier on in the day so that you can use that for your energy, for your workout. All right, so if you have most of your carbs before 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you won't store it while you're sleeping at night, and it won't turn into body fat. So have it earlier on in the day, but we do need those carbs. 50% carbs, 30% lean proteins, your meats, your fishes, your chicken, turkey, and 20% from your healthy fats. Another very, very important thing right there. All right, your fish oils, your avocados, your chia seeds, your nuts. Fruits as a dessert. You get that sweet tooth, go for some watermelon, go for some pineapple. All right?
Also, if you get a sweet tooth, if you're craving something sweet and sugary, drink a full glass of water first. Because a lot of times, our hunger and our cravings, whether it's salty or sweet, is really a sign that we're dehydrated.
Kevin, how about protein bars?
Protein bars. I wouldn't recommend many protein bars, to be honest with you. Most of them have a lot of junk in them. All right? There are a select few that like the Advocare Raw Bar. All right? It's got 4 different ingredients in it. You got hemp protein is your main ingredient. You have some pea protein in there as well. You have dates and you have cashews. 4 ingredients. That's your protein bar. Any type of protein bar you pick up and you see more than like 3 or 4 ingredients in it,
Put it back.
don't even think about it. Put it back.
And if you can't pronounce them, put it back.
Yeah, that's a better point. Yeah, you can't pronounce it, get rid of it.
Don't eat it.
Fillers, no good stuff, synthetic, man-made stuff that in the long run, we haven't even done tests that show what it can do to our bodies in the future, but we know it's not going to do something good for us. All right? There's been a lot of breakouts of our kids getting born with weird disorders that we never used to have back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, but nowadays, those rates are going up. All right, it's for a reason. A lot of crap they put in those stuff. So stay away from them. Try to get it all natural from meats. Oh, portion sizes, I'm sorry. If you're not sure of portion sizes, anybody want to take a picture of this?
Can you send it to us?
It'll all be available
On the PowerPoint, yeah, it'll be available.
on the wellness website. Media whole PowerPoint.
Alright, so these are your portion sizes. If on your meal plan it says 3 ounces of meat, you can compare that to a deck of cards. Alright, or a fist. So for the guys, those of you that need to have your protein on your plate, look at the size of your fist. That's about the size of meat that you want to have on the plate. We don't need 2 fists or 3 fists. Alright, 1 fistful, perfect. But those steaks are so good. Those sometimes. 10 of the health tips to follow. Taking a multivitamin and mineral such as Coreplex from Advocare. That's what we recommend. We know it works. It has everything in it that the body needs. Drinking a gallon of water. You guys are on the right track right now for that water challenge. Perfect. Keep her going. Keep her going. 120 plus fluid ounces per day. That's the goal right there.
Has anyone lost weight just from increasing their water intake? Yes, that's a big one. Somebody comes into my office and says, I need help losing weight. The first thing I prescribe to them is that, all right, for the next week, just try to get in 1 gallon of water a day. And that usually is to start getting your fat burning mechanics going. You'll start losing weight from it.
So some of those fillers and synthetic made man stuff that we do put into our bodies that we just can't avoid, it's out there, sometimes you can't avoid it. That stuff that gets into your body, there's one way to flush it out, right here. Get rid of it. Don't let it sit in your fat stores because that's what causes diseases and disorders in the long run. Eat protein with every meal. Just by eating protein with every meal, it's going to boost your metabolism by 33%. That's a third. Just by eating protein with every single meal you have, you're boosting your metabolism by 33%.
And ladies, this is
Alright.
probably even more important for you with balancing hormones. Don't be scared like, oh, I'm going to eat more protein, I'm going to get big and muscly. It's pure myth. You want to make sure you're adding protein because it's also going to help be balanced and keep your hormones in balance.
So what's an example of that at breakfast?
Yeah.
Eggs. Eggs. Perfect example right there. Turkey. You know, if you want to toss a little turkey or...
Not bacon.
That's what I was
As much as I'd love to say yes, no. Yes.
Now, I have a smoothie every day for breakfast, but I put in the Boku organic protein powder. Is that okay to get protein in the morning from that?
Do you happen to know what kind of protein, like the ingredient
It's like
protein
a
is?
plant protein.
So it's probably pea
not-
protein or hemp protein.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds okay. Does it have a lot of
It's like
ingredients in it?
18 grams of protein.
That's a good amount right there. Yeah, the body's not going to absorb much more than 18, 20 grams in one sitting. Some people, everybody's different. So some people's bodies can go 30 grams, 35 grams. But the average human being, the average male, they say is about 18 to 22 grams of protein. The average female is about 14 to 18. So, yes.
Can you recommend a good protein powder to use as a supplement?
Can we I'm sorry?
A good protein powder to use as a supplement?
Yes. We recommend the Muscle Gain from. Now, don't get scared by the name of it. It's called Muscle Gain. Not the best name, but Muscle Gain by Advocare is what we use. That has your calcium caseinite protein, so that's a slow time release protein that will release throughout the day. So your body's always absorbing and releasing some sort of protein throughout a matter of 6 to 8 hours. So it will keep your metabolism raised up. It also has some of your plant proteins in it as well. And it does have milk whey protein in it, but anybody that's been sensitive, that we have recommended it to, anybody that's been sensitive to milk or any type of dairy products that have taken it, have never had a problem with it. It's got such a minimal amount in it that you really won't notice it. Now, if you don't like that type of stuff, they do have vegetarian plant-based proteins through Advocare, which is very similar to what you were talking about with the Boku. The reason why we like the Advocare and we recommend Advocare is because of the testing they put behind it. They've been around for 22 years now since they started, and they put over $1 billion a year into their testing.
And they don't go with trends. So
Yeah.
if the trend is stevia and the testing stevia and they're still not finding, good results from a stevia, they will not put it into their products.
They refuse to put stevia in there because there hasn't been enough testing done on stevia. Yeah, it's all great that you're not getting any calories from it, but there hasn't been enough testing done with that. They're pretty sure that stevia will not turn into a good outcome in the long run. You never know. So they don't recommend putting that in there. They stick with what they know their testing proves to work well and work right. So the scientists they have behind their products are the best in the world. That's why we believe in that. Do a lot of thorough testing with that. And it's safe for everybody. We give kids 6 years of age and up taking their supplements. Yes?
What is stevia? What is that?
Caroline?
It's
you're
a
great explaining
plant-based, natural sugar sweetener. It's derived from a plant, but the plant is green, and you get it in little white powdered packets. So there's got to be some processing involved in there. So it's not as natural as everybody thinks, oh, it's from a plant. It's not as natural as just taking the leaf and putting it into your tea.
What about,
Where can we purchase the hydrocare products?
Actually, if you want to contact Kevin, he can always direct you in the right. We have a website online. You can always go for any of the products, and we have the business cards with everybody. They also have the website on there, I believe.
So those cards on there, it has our website. It's got two different websites. The black card, this one, this is for our fitness website, fitnesswarehouse.com, for the classes, and registering for the classes, and our history and all of our coaches. This card right here is a HitFit Nutrition website. So this is going to explain all of your nutrition info. So if you guys ever want to take a look at it, need information, go on hitfitnutrition.com, and you'll be able to find any information you need to find on protein powders, on vegetarian shakes, on amino acids, even if it's just looking for information. And if there's something on there that you cannot find, email us, call us. That's what we're here for. All right, we'll answer any question that you can't find yourself. We'll give you whatever answer we can give you. I'm sorry.
Yep. Let's not digress. Here you go.
All right.
What about agave for sweetener?
Agave is a good sweetener.
Agave is legit.
That's a good choice.
Yep.
Yeah. They use a lot of agave as their sweetener, and like the raw bars, that's what it has in it.
Low glycemic index, and your body's going to use it efficiently. It's quick. It's good. Cleansing your body every 3 to 6 months to keep your body in optimal working condition. We recommend the Advocare 10-day cleanse. I've spoken to Brenda briefly about this. Every 3 to 6 months, over that time, your body's going to build up toxins. All right, you want to cleanse, you want to get rid of them. It's like hitting the reset button, starting all over from fresh. So once you do a cleanse, you always want to make sure it's a good quality one. But when you do that cleanse, kind of wipe the slate clean so that anything you put into your body from there on after, anything you eat, any supplements you take, your body now is going to be able to absorb it extremely efficiently.
And a very strong point is a good cleanse does not make you eliminate food. A good cleanse uses food as medicine.
Correct.
To treat. So a lot of the cleanses we use, it makes you eat. They require you to eat 2 to 3 hours with healthy fruits, vegetables, lean meats, raw nuts. So that's the type of cleanse you're looking for. You don't want, if you're juicing or if you're drinking shakes for every meal, that's unrealistic. Who's going to drink shakes for the rest of their life? I know I'm not. So you want to make sure that you learn how to eat foods and use it to your benefit. So food is the best medicine to cleanse all your palate and press restart.
So when we have people go through cleanses, we give a full 10-day dietary plan, meal for meal. You got to get back on that routine and consistency of eating properly. Lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, lots of nuts and seeds. All right, it's not just the shake. It's everything. It's your entire lifestyle. That's what a good cleanse includes.
All right, so real quick, you want to always make sure you bulk up your green vegetables. That's always, plus you can never go wrong with eating too many vegetables. You want to take a good quality fish oil for some heart health. Eat breakfast every day. That's one of the major, just like water, eating breakfast every day will make huge changes in your fitness goals and reaching your goals. So who eats breakfast here every day? Okay, excellent. Very good. Oops, I switched the slide by accident.
I switched again.
No, go back here. Keep it back. Okay, right there. All right, so another important thing is if you're taking multivitamins or fish oils, amino acids throughout the day, you want to make sure that you spread out all of those throughout the day. A lot of people make the mistake of just taking all their pills in the morning, eating the breakfast, and going. You're actually going to waste half of your supplements doing that. You want to make sure the body just cannot absorb all that in one shot. So you want to make sure you give body the proper time to make sure it can absorb all of that. So you want to spread everything out. So you want to take some with breakfast, maybe some before lunch, some with dinner. So you want to make sure you spread it throughout the day. Don't take it all in one bulk setting. And very important here, to keep your metabolism revved up and also continue your fat burning. Eat every 2 to 3 hours, no less and no more. You really want to aim to try to get something in every 2 to 3 hours, whether that's a main meal or a snack. That'll help boost your metabolism, and you'll start burning fat without even trying. You'll become like a fat burning furnace. That's one of the most important things.
Routine and consistency.
No, that went back. One more.
Okay, so guys, this right here, we're not going to hit on too hard right now. It is important, but you can get this through the PowerPoint that we have. So if you want to get those copies of this is a sample menu plan and portion sizes of each one of your macronutrients and micronutrients. All right, very important, but you'll have this in front of you, okay? Okay, so for peak performance, how to eat before and after workouts.
All right, so with food, you want to keep in mind that good carbs provide energy. So you want to, before your workout, you want to eat things like oatmeal with some blueberries, a whole grain toast or Ezekiel toast, sprouted grains with a nut butter, a cashew butter, an almond butter, and a banana. I always say try to pick peanut butter as your last option. It's usually the lowest quality nut, so you want to make sure you will go with walnuts, almonds, cashews, something like that. But if peanut butter is all you got, peanut butter is all you got. You can pick that as well, but try to make that the last option. Another great combo is Greek yogurt and nuts as well for a pre-workout. Post-workout, after an intense workout with Kevin, you want to make sure that you're getting your protein so that your muscles are repairing. So if you're not getting your protein in after your workout, you're pretty much wasting almost 50% of that workout because your muscles are stripping down, you're going to cause more injury, they're not helping them repair and rebuild. So you want to make sure you're eating things like salmon and a sweet potato is a good meal. Maybe an omelet if you're doing a morning person and you're going back and eating breakfast after the gym, omelet with some veggies and a healthy fat like an avocado. And then maybe a good dinner or lunch option would be grilled chicken and some vegetables on there.
So, general rule of thumb, after you work out, you have an intense workout, your goal needs to be to replenish what you just burnt up within 1 hour. You have a 1 hour window right there. You get a good workout in, that 1 hour, within that 1 hour, you need to replenish that. Protein shake, good, even better than protein shakes, way better than protein shakes. Go for your meals right here.
I always say
Good
food
foods.
is number one.
Always number one.
Supplements are supplements for a reason. They're meant to supplement a well-balanced meal. If you can't get food in, then you supplement with something else. But you don't make it your go-to. You don't want supplements to be your main option.
You have one on food. After a good workout, you have to get food first.
What's that?
You gotta get food right away.
Right away. Okay, good. That's good. So your body's telling you. Feed
You all
me.
hear that?
Right away.
Well, no, it's easier. At first, it was hard to get into the car. And then now I can get into the car and drive home.
It eats.
Consistency and routine right there. Perfect. That's perfect. That's great.
Excuse me, it's not recommended at all to not eat before workout because I wake up first thing in the morning. That's what I do.
No, actually, I would never recommend to go work out on an empty stomach because your blood sugar levels can drop really low. You're more at risk for passing out. You can have heart palpitations. I would definitely say get something in, even if it's a fast digesting carbohydrate like a banana, something quick that you're going to be able to get in. I would get something in before you work out.
And if you cannot get that food in, because it's too much of a rush or it's just not right there in front of you, something like the electrolyte replacement, like Jennifer, I gave it to Jennifer the other day actually, right before the workout. The Rehydrate. You got your electrolytes, your amino acids, some sugars in there to keep your blood sugar balanced.
So that's an option. If you can't get food in, you can use the supplement
Yes.
version.
It's very similar to, say, a banana in liquid form. Right? Way better than Gatorade. She tried it the other day. Gatorade doesn't have good stuff in it. When it gets into your body and converts into high fructose corn syrup, which they won't put on the label because they don't have to.
What
So
about
when
the
it actually...
What about the lemon? You squeeze a lemon in the water or something, would that work?
Lemon's great, but you're not going to get the sugars and the electrolytes and the amino acids that the body needs to help.
Lemon's
get
a good
you to workout.
detoxifier, so that's good to detox your insides if you're putting lemon into your water. It's a natural detoxifier as well.
What about a fruit?
Yeah, fruit before something like a watermelon or banana or something, just to get something in your system so you're making sure that your blood sugar levels aren't dipping too low or spiking too high.
Yeah, fruit's perfect example. Nice and light, your body will burn it up in 15 minutes or so. Quick digestion. But everybody's different. You got to test it out for yourself too. Some people can eat 20 minutes before a workout, a full meal. Some people have to wait 3 hours. So you got to see what works best for you. But as your metabolism speeds up and gets faster and faster, it's more likely you'll be able to eat closer to your workout. Not a huge meal, but you'll be able to eat a little bit more.
So here we're talking about not the yoga, right? When you do the workout, it's not involved the yoga, right? Because in yoga they say particularly not to eat at least 2 hours before when you're doing that, especially the breathing exercise.
Any type of workout.
I would say any type of workout, honestly.
Any type of workout.
Yeah, I would. I would, because especially with yoga, because you're doing a lot of inversions. If your blood sugar is low and you're trying to flip upside down and all your blood's pooling onto your head, that's usually not a good thing.
Yeah. If you don't have the sugars in your body to allow you to stay inverted like that, you know, we would never recommend.
I would never recommend.
You always want to have something in your body.
Yeah. All right, so in summary, pretty much you have to keep in mind, Rome wasn't built in a day, so neither are your fitness goals. You're not going to wake up tomorrow with the perfect six-pack. So you just want to say consistent and committed. That is the key to fitness, wellness, and health. It's a lifestyle change, so it's not a quick fix. So you want to just continue to improve every day. Don't be so rough on yourself. If you mess up one day, you mess up. Let it be. Don't let it domino effect into the next day, next week, next month. 2016, this is a new year. So make sure you don't let it escalate. Just start over the next day and try to improve on every day. You want to develop a plan to reach your health and fitness goals. Planning everything out is going to give you the greatest success because then you're accountable to that plan. Also telling people about your plans, mentioning it on social media. Hey guys, I'm doing this, because people are going to be checking in on you and it makes you stay accountable to your goals. The body adapts to a schedule, so stick with it. The more you stick with a schedule, the better you'll be able to stick to what you're trying to accomplish. Use sound eating habits and supplementation for added health benefits and overall wellness. Like I said, with the supplementation is to supplement an already well-balanced nutritional plan. And find what works for you. Everybody's different. What works for you is not going to work for her. What works for her is not going to work for her. So make sure what you like to do and what works for you, that's what you want to stick with. And best investment is to make is in yourself. You can't beat that. You have your health, you can't beat that.
Priceless.
So we'll take questions now. Any questions on anything we've presented on, anything. We have those packets for you guys to take home. We have good tips on there on high-intensity training tips, how to stick to a plan. So just remember that with dieting and nutrition, it's going to be a lifestyle thing. It's just like brushing your teeth. When your teeth are white, do you stop brushing them because they're white? Same thing with your body. Just because you reach your goals, you're not going to stop eating healthy and go back to the way you were eating. So you want to make sure you continuously do it and just get better every day.
Any questions, guys?
Questions? Everybody good?
I know we got some questions. We're not good. We explained it all. No? Okay, so that leaves us. That leaves us a minute for those of us that want to try a few exercises right now. It's optional.
You should ask questions.
You should ask questions. It's optional. You don't have to do it. If you do want to try a couple exercises, we're not going to get crazy here. I'm talking like 5 or 6 reps each exercise. I just want to show you guys a couple things. Chair squats. Pull the chair out, arms out in front, touch the butt to the chair, and back up. Come on, you'll feel better. You'll feel better. I promise. All right? Go for 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Keep it going. Keep it going. 5 seconds.
Keep going.
3, 2, 1. Hey, good. Now, turn around on that chair. Push-ups on the chair. Push-ups on the chair. Okay? Push up. 10 seconds. Okay? 10 seconds. Come on. Come on. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, Last one, lunges, hands on the head. Reverse lunges, just step back and come on back up. Other leg, step back and up. God bless you ladies doing it with heels. Oh my Lord. I'm sorry, probably not the smartest one. Right, another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. That's it, guys. That's good. We had to throw that in there. Thank you, guys.